Just give the light ahead.
Mr. Adetayo, you are welcome to this city for the talk.
Yeah.
I would like you to describe your background to viewers.
Yeah, I came to Finland in 1997 and I did international business management from Vascular Polytechnic. Immediately after that, I went for my master's. That's at Vascular University. Okay, after that, we did some stuff here, like trying to individually take companies from Finland to Nigeria. Okay, so I had an office at Korea. Okay, but it wasn't really working very well. Okay, but then I moved away from Finland to pursue my PhD in Czech Republic.
So when precisely did you move to Finland?
That was the end of 1997.
97, and you came here as a bachelor.
Yeah.
To study bachelor degree, right?
Yes, exactly.
And after the bachelor degree, what next? During your bachelor degree, what are the kind of challenges? What you feel like jobs, opportunity?
Oh, well, then we were young, and the whole thing we just need to do was like we cleaned. Cleaning, that's what they call minoxia.
Minoxia? Like doing posting?
That was my major.
So that is your major when
yeah,
you're a student?
Yeah, minoxia, cleaning. Then during the summers we do pick berries, strawberries, and then sometimes we cut wood. Okay? And then, all sorts of things just to keep body and soul together, to make sure that you're focused on that study. Because that's the main thing, that's why you were here. The other ones are just the supporting jobs, to keep you going to pay for your house rent, and because food, since education is free. So that was it. That was it. It was a busy time and no time to play. You don't even have money to go to the clubs or discos then, But immediately after that, that's when I went for the masters.
That's good. So which means that during your study then, you find it quite interesting while studying and doing those kind of jobs and do you still have some vision? Do you see the big picture when you are doing the job that okay, despite me doing this job, I'm still going there. There are many things ahead of me. Because people said that in Finland, while studying that if you can't speak the language, even though you speak the language, to get that job availability for immigrants, it's very, very difficult. And it really discourage people, so how,
No, I knew from there on that it's going to be very difficult to get jobs here. Because the language, number one, then two, the acceptability. Okay? It's not that easy. Ask yourself, as an immigrant here, what do you want to offer?
So, which means before you come to the zone, everybody must have a purpose.
Yes. For me, as soon as I started studying here, I have an exit strategy. So I know, or then I knew, that I'm going to go somewhere else to use education. Come on, this is one of the best education you can have in the whole world, in Europe right now. Okay? Now, if you're getting a free education from here, for me, I believe that, okay, how do you repay them back? Don't look at it like, as an African, that we have this idea that we need to be taking. No. Now they are giving you. How are you going to give back to these people? And they're giving you free education. Okay? And they gave you breakfast. They gave you lunch. So why are you waiting for dinner?
So you mean that they gave us breakfast, they gave us lunch. Yes. Now we should stop waiting for dinner.
No, yeah, exactly.
So we have to get that dinner, prepare that dinner ourselves.
Exactly.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. But people said that I think this our own set, the early millennium set from 2005, 8, they said that they didn't have much more opportunity than your set. Is that true? Or?
No, it's each time or any time you are in a place, that is your opportunity. Okay, you use what you have to get, what you want. So what do you have right now? If you keep on postponing, when I came, people were talking about racism, right? They said there's racism, there's this, that. I didn't see racism. What I saw there was school. Study. I saw study. I saw You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even when you go back home, like I'm from Nigeria, you go back home,
It's
you
loud.
yeah, you come back with cars and everything. People don't really care because they can easily buy cars there. But you come back home, your education is like your insurance.
So those times, when you're studying here and you visit home, Africa, what idea do you have? What plan that? Do you plan to go back to Nigeria then?
Yes, because I remember when I did my work placement, I did it in Nigeria with Gulf Bank. So
Gulf Bank?
Gulf Bank, you remember?
I think I can remember that bank.
Yeah. Oh,
That was many years then.
Many years then.
When was that?
That was 1999.
1999. I think that was in SS1 or something.
Exactly. So you see, at that time, they sent us to London. So they asked me, where am I going? I said, I will go to Nigeria. I spent 6 months in Nigeria doing my work placement. So I knew that I got to go back to this plan. There must be something you want to. You have to, go back.
So you have that plan that the purpose that there is something you can do to benefit you and Finland.
Finland. So right now, I'm taking finished product down to Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
So that means the education they gave me at that time, I'm repaying it back to them by selling their product and having employment here.
But I realize that many students here, they didn't even, they always have an excuse that, the Nigerian government, everything is corrupt, everything is bad, things is moving on. I don't want to go to there's nothing that cool. I don't even know anybody, you must have connection. What can you tell them? Yeah.
What I would say is that before they were born, you have Nigeria. And if you die, you have Nigeria. So what are we talking about? Okay? Nigeria is a system. They tell you corruption. Yes, there's corruption everywhere. If you can do business in Russia, you can do business in Nigeria. US that we're talking about, there's corruption there. Okay? So you just need to find a way. And let me tell you, the people the immigrants, they have more opportunity in Africa because you know what? They know the market there. They understand the market. Now they can be like they can bridge the gap between the Finns. The Finns, let me tell you, they occupy or they dominate the markets around them. Estonia, Lithuania, Russia, everything. The risk aversiveness of the Finns are very low. They don't like to take risks. Now, it's not there for you. Do not see that as an opportunity and then take the Finns from here to your country, show them, let them trust you. They know you. You are here.
You are the product.
Exactly.
They believe in you.
Exactly.
Than someone that is stranger.
That is stranger down there. So why don't you do that instead of coming here to compete with the Finns to get the jobs here? No.
I realize that even those that even get the job here, after some 1 year or 1 month or 2 years, they just offload them, and even they are not even gaining that much deep experience. And at the end, they just settle down. They don't want to see the big picture. They don't want to break the rules.
Okay. The market here is saturated. Yeah. Over there with us, we're developing. Do you know how many companies, middle companies that are ready? The big companies here are comfortable, like, they can. The middle companies here, they are ready to move to places like Africa, Asia, all those places. Why? Because these guys are young and they can take risk, right? And they will understand the culture. Now, the Europeans, they are making, they made a mistake. Now they know better. The Chinese, Japanese, and everybody are now in Africa. They are there before them. Now they're just trying to come. Like right now, recently I met with the Edo State government. Okay?
Yeah, and
the governor of Edo State, that is Edo State. Yeah, I met with him recently and I spoke about Finland. I was like, oh really? You know what? Now, I'm going to invite the ambassador of Finland in Nigeria to the governor's house. Because there are opportunities of doing mineral resources.
Agriculture.
Yeah. And before I left the country, for while I was here, I was with this, I spoke with these Greenet people. And they know they are into minerals. So I'm going to go back to them now. Since now I have the connection. Yeah. So I'm going to bring them together to see what they can do.
That's it.
You see, they now will be able to sell their products to Nigeria. Nigeria will be able to benefit from their technology.
During your own set, during those sets that you started studying then, do you see how some of them that are doing dishwashing, cleaning, that what is their current standard like some?
Don't let me go there. That's those things are personal things. If you like to do dishwashing, good luck to you. If you want to take the risk, good luck to you. At the end of the day, there's no excuse. Most of the things that kills a black man is excuses.
So like, I mean, your set now, those people, during your set, where are they now? Currently?
Some are out of the country, some are out of here, some are in Nigeria, some are in UK, some are here. But I don't know, they are not doing fine. It just depends on your focus on what you want. Persistence is very, very is key. You keep on doing it. But I still believe that most of us that are here, you can still do something.
So let's now go to the Abloy of the team, because that is what really transform you from obscurity to limelight, from zero to hero. Abloy, for you to have
to go to my room. So I got to my room, I opened the front door, and so I said, oh God, this woman forgot to, give me the other keys, like the other 3 keys. So I went back. Hey, madam, how can you give me this key? It's only 1, I need 2. So I enter my room, said, no, it's only 1. I was looking at her. How can 1 key open all the? And guess what? No, that's how Abloy works.
So Abloy is a security company.
It's a security company. It's a key that have a master key system. Okay, it's a key that you can actually control access into a lot of doors. Like you have 1 key, they can tell you can open this place, that place, and not that place. So now using 1 key to do that means you reduce a lot of stuff, whether in companies and Abloy has gone from mechanical to electromechanical. Okay.
And you are their representative in Nigeria.
Yes, we're now selling that.
So now, if the government of Nigeria need all like 1 million or 1 billion pieces of Abloy security key, you are the person in charge.
Yes, yes. I'm one of the guys in charge. Our company is one of the people selling Abloy. Because what happened is, like recently we sold Abloy to Nigeria prison, and we're pursuing that project. We sold to Kuje prison, which means we logged about 100 prisons in Nigeria, Abloy keys. And it's one of the best things that happens to them right now. So we're looking at a longer project with them. Imagine now, we're going to log 4 prisons in Nigeria.
That's good.
Okay? So, but the case is that's out of market understanding. In Nigeria, things are very slow. Okay?
And for them to really accept you to be their representative, that it goes through many challenges, for them to approve you.
Yes, it took a lot of time. Then definitely it is Abloy's, at that time, it's Abloy's decision or strategy to now want to go to those areas. So I just happened to be there at that particular time where I'm trying a lot of companies, okay? And I think I even sold Nokia tires in Nigeria.
So also, before you make a success, a breakthrough in those two companies. How, have you ever failed in some other companies?
A lot. Oh, the time yes. There was a time the Greennet, they wanted really to go to Africa, but that was when the political situation in Nigeria was not really good. So we went there, it didn't work. There are others. We have challenges in Nigeria. You want to talk about clearing, you want to talk about bureaucracy, you want to talk about government officials, but this is Africa. This is what makes us Africa. So we just need to know how to do business there. And when they do business in Finland, it's different when they do business in Asia. I just have to understand it. It's a job award.
This is really interesting that you really motivate and your viewer that there is much more opportunity in Africa, despite what you are studying here, despite the challenges here, which means when we get there, we should find something you can do that can benefit Africa from Finland, and we are the finished product, and they will believe in us, more than the stranger from home.
I'm telling you, they will begin, and then by the time you are helping finished products, elsewhere, you are actually helping yourself. You are helping your country. You are helping Finland. Don't forget that Finland gives you something. I still believe that. Finland gives you a very good education. Okay, this is the best place, the best way you can improve yourself.